Are they affecting your utility bills? Um, do you pay the bill or do you pull the plug? That's the count today. And do any of y'all live near data centers? You know, if your bill been going up lately, you might want to look into it. But the topic today is foot the bill or pull the plug. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on what part of the globe you're in. What's going on with y'all? Yeah, we're talking about these data centers that's popping up. And it is a problem when some people are trying to prevent them from coming to their areas, you know what I'm saying? Smash that like as you come in. It's the first of the month too. It's the second, matter of fact. The month is already in here. It's the second of the month. Yesterday was the first of the month. Smash that like. Let me see a view. There's a couple of things that seem to be missing out of this. What's going on? Smash that like. Let's get them up. What's going on? Good morning. What's up with y'all? The topic is data centers. Pull the plug, or foot the bill, or pull the plug. I was trying to find a map of the data centers that's being created all over the country. And it's all, Verizon in these places already got these data centers too. They already got data centers out. People are thinking this is something new. And y'all notice that the data centers are wherever the commerce is. It says here data centers are usually classified according to their ownership, scale, and operational purpose. Their categories are sharp indicators to reflect the differences in infrastructure design, redundancy, and intended use circumstances. Wow, so it's, it's all kind of data centers. Some of these data centers are not even owned by the government that may be pulling your utilities and resources in. So some of these, let me see. This includes a freestanding structure or a facility with a large structure that uses environmental control equipment to maintain these proper conditions. Wow. So according to IBM, data centers date back to the 1940s. Military's electrical numerical integrated with computer. Okay, so the internet has its history in these data centers, man. It's crazy that a lot of times they can put these data centers in your area and it will be considered public eminent domain. They'll seize your property. They give you what they want to give you. If you don't want to take that, they'll take you off the property. Maybe prosecute you for getting in the way of it. But they'll seize your property for eminent domain and place one of these data centers or they got their own pump stations too. It's so much stuff that go with these data centers that we probably ain't even aware of. And these data centers probably been around us in our neighborhoods and even in the rural areas, these pop-up warehouses and stuff have probably been there, probably facades. There's a whole lot of houses up and down the East Coast that are facades. Some of them house like electricity. Some of them have water, like the water pumps and stuff that go along with the data centers. It just varies. It depends on what the need, like you just said, it depends on the need for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But similarly, it's putting some people at a disadvantage, especially if, you know what I mean, they're footing the bill, but are they getting any realized gains from it? Is okay, you see what I'm saying? The problem is, okay, they're taking from the lexicon, but are they gonna reimburse these people by way of, you know what I'm saying? What's the incentive with using the citizens' utilities to power a government or corporation's entity? What's the incentive to the citizen? You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, should you foot the bill and keep on like, oh no, you know, it's just for we can power all our computers and phones and all that shit. That's why they need the data centers to to keep control of all of the data, the matter that is being, I mean, created these days. Because without matter and data these days, shit ain't working. Everything is linked to a phone or a Wi-Fi or some kind of, even when you put like those digital picture frames, those digital picture frames are linked to the Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? This also put you in the World Wide Web, the link. We forget about the World Wide Web. We oftentimes been going back and forth about the flock cameras. The World Wide Web is the most dangerous, is more dangerous than flock camera because it incorporates everything. And it's not strictly designed around criminality, it's designed around placating your digital footprint. And so if your digital footprint got a little criminality in it, it's gonna show. A lot of people don't realize that. When you do all of this stuff online, you go on people's chat streams or you go on Instagram and you dislike people's photos, they might not know, but the internet algorithm does, and it makes a profile on you, whether your name's Hot Body Hot or your real name, whatever that, it makes a profile, and it also find other likely maybe, so you can have 1,000 profiles and you know that AI can put them all together and say this is all the same person. You understand what I'm saying? They make you building a digital footprint, especially if you use the same device. You can go on the same device in 50 different profiles, but it will all be stashed in one profile to that IP address. You see what I'm saying? It's all linked. You know what I mean? People don't realize that they're leaving a digital footprint on all the stuff they're doing on the internet, and you know, and the profile will have whether you are angry, you know what I mean, whether you're nice. It does all the variants. It'll create a whole human profile on you. If you're da 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 da, they have a profile on da 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 da. Is always going on sites doing this. Da 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 is hella porn. Da 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 is looking for a job. Da 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 has these skills because they'll glean it all from your LinkedIn, all that stuff. It's creating a digital footprint. LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. That's why they wanted TikTok. TikTok was sort of like an independent algorithm, an independent control mechanism. So they wanted to control it because you notice, like most people that get on TikTok, they either go up there for information. People don't read books anymore. They go on TikTok. They used to Google it. Now it's TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to Dr. DJ, Bubba, and MC? Who knows? You're gonna have to go find out, John. Because right now, we're a little busy. Smash that like. Shout out Fake Ass Rooster. Holler at us on your way out, Fake Ass Rooster. Data centers affecting your utility bills. Foot the bill or pull the plug, man. That's the topic of discussion today. Shout out everybody that came through and that's coming through. Make sure y'all take the poll. Trump approves 100% so far. Disapprove 0, 50%, 0. Bring back Obama, 0. But anybody in the chat screen, did any of y'all live near these data centers? Like I said, I know we're one at right now, and it's been there. You know what I mean? The advent of these huge mega data centers, we probably see them. I mean, I just can't really think of one now, but I know one that's probably been in this area like a good, I'll say 30 years. A Verizon, I know a Verizon data center is right now. They got a huge parking lot that's ran down. It's just a square building with a fence around it, and some old, outdated Verizon trucks. And you know, in the hood, or even when black people congregate, from past experience, a lot of times when you see a Verizon truck now, they ain't here to fix your phone. It's probably the feds. The feds seem like they brought all the old Verizon trucks and get posted up on your block. You know, the feds is watching family if you see a Verizon truck on your block because they don't know how to act. But smash that like that's a different story. Um, but yeah, these data centers, man, I would say is one of the biggest threats. Data centers and democratic socialism is one of the biggest threats to, I mean, the American way of life. Although they say the data center is supposed to help us, but how can it be helping you if it's, I mean, adding to your bill if it's adding? I guess you got to pay for what you want. That's what they saying. But who asked for it? You know what I mean? And should the people decide which data center is going to be near them and who they gonna allocate their free electricity to? There's three of y'all in here, man. Smash that like, y'all. Check me out. 3 people watching. That's what it is. Whether it's 3 or 3,000, you know. I might say something that changed just one of you 3 people's lives, and one of you 3 people might say something that changed my life. So from 3 to 3,000, we still gonna rock it like it's supposed to be rocked. Make sure that the poll. Are data centers affecting the utility bills, your utility bills? Are you going to foot the bill? Are you going to fight the power and pull the plug? Leave a comment. Data centers, foot the bill or pull the plug. Smash that like. Good morning, man. What's going on with y'all? What y'all think about the Iran and Ukraine shit that happened a couple of days ago? Whereas they don't cross paths now in this game of death. You know what I'm saying? Ukraine and Iran, they got the middlemen out the way now. They don't bump heads. Iran was trying to get Russia some oil, and Ukraine hit the joint up. But what's so crazy is people are not aware that the Ukraine just had to pay Russia for some damage to their pipeline that's going through Ukraine. And that's crazy. They had full blown war, and Ukraine has to pay Russia damages for destroying the pipeline. I think it's because the countries that are getting the oil, they funded the pipeline, so it's more like a strike on them as opposed to because it's Russian oil. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like, shut me out. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, man? Is it time to pull the plug on before it gets too late? It's sort of like what people was doing the AI scare. Motherfuckers was running around. AI's coming. AI been here for the last. You know what I'm saying? When you finally caught on that most of these people that we're talking to on the phone are AI robots. They ain't even the Indians. It's crazy. It ain't even people in Hindustan no more. It's now full blown data centers. You're talking fussing with the data center. The same operation that's supposed to be assisting you, these AI people on the phone, you funded them. You funded the data center, so should you get some of the interest? Okay, per se, if they was to say, okay, they using everybody's electricity, but whoever we put the data center in their city or near their home, in their neighborhood, we'll give them incentives. We'll give them kickbacks, rollovers. There's none of that. They're just saying we're about to build a data center in your area, and there it is. And then you see a lot of people saying that their utilities are going up. Also the heat though. I think the data centers got something to do with the heat. Because the heat's been different lately. You know? The heat been different. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. Shout out to new members last month. Money Mike 7474. Ian out there in Bammy. Super support. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody that's coming through. Make sure you double tap the stream. Share me out. The conversation is data centers. Also, sidebar was Nolan Wells a victim of privilege? You know, that's for those of us that, you know what I mean, feel strongly about it or want to do their one-twos on it. But the conversation is our data centers affect your utility bills. Foot the bill, pull the plug. Smash that like. What's going on? Double tap that screen. Thanks to your participation.
Vicky speaking. How can I help you? Hello, sir. Hello. How many adults on board?
I was looking for this, but this shit just popped up in my
Is
shit
nobody on board the
on
boat?
my screen. I was listening. Let me listen to this crazy shit one more time.
Sir, that was not the question. Is there a person? Is there a person, a living individual on the boat? Hey, where's the
Peace, 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 peace. Bad Talk Media. Bad Talk. Did you get over there and check out that joint I was talking about? The ATF. I lot of fathers. Did you get over there and check it out? Smash that like. Oh yeah, you know they got episode 9 coming out. It is a dope story. It is a dope story. There should be a Netflix movie about it though, for real, because it has kind of like had a lot to do with black culture over the last, I'll say the last 60 years. It's been a mainstay. It's been talked about in mainstream America. Remember when Jay-Z wore that the Nation of Gods and Earth chain? He had the medallion on his neck. He had the I mean, like this medallion, he had a medallion on his neck that was like the Nation of Gods and Earths, and everybody was googling it. It was bubbling. It was trending. But it's always been on the it's always been on the you know the inner, you know what I'm saying, or the culture. It's always been on the fringes. I got a lost for words. It's always been on the fringes of culture, of black culture. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I always thought that the Clarence 13X story was very interesting myself, you know, because and if they really tell the Elijah Muhammad story without trying to glorify Malcolm X or justify Malcolm X or anything like that, it'll be an interesting story. Yeah, bag. So I would say, I mean, go more into Elijah Muhammad. He had transformed so many of these people, but you know, with the Malcolm X thing, people calling Malcolm X first and foremost. And they got their go stop there, but they need to go check out Elijah Muhammad. A data center is affecting your utility bill, foot the bill, or pull the plug. That's the conversation. Smash that like. There's 5 of y'all in here. Let's get them up and fluctuate like cryptocurrency. Yeah, that ATF series is pretty dope though. And now the ATF, y'all, that they go kick your door. You don't even hear about the ATF no more. You don't hear about the ATF, the DEA, none of that shit no more. It's all ICE. And that's crazy. And then somebody just brought it to my attention yesterday that ICE might be Israeli soldiers, and that is something to think about. They might be hired mercenaries. You know, in the fashion of, remember, George Bush and them first went to war in Desert Storm. They used Blackwater, all kind of higher group. They used that group out of South Africa. You know, South Africa got a crazy mercenary group where they wild out. You just never know who ICE is, because I don't think they're doing a lot of hiring a lot of Americans, because Americans are gonna be hard pressed to arrest Americans, especially if they send them to a neighborhood where maybe they have family, or you know what I mean, some friends, or you know what I'm saying, some kind of interaction with these people might not want to do it. They might not want. They might like, wait a minute, this is John. I know him. You know, that's why I can understand that they are outsourcing whoever ICE is. Because sometimes when you look at ICE, it looks like there's a lot of Latinos in it, just by looking at their arms, because you can't see their face, but it looks like there's a lot of Latinos involved. They say Korea just sent 100,000 or so soldiers to Ukraine to help Russia out. You just never know. I mean, in the rules of engagement, like a lot of times, like the Swiss people, they known as a neutral country, but they've been involved in every skirmish because they're mercenaries. So it's not their fight, not their agenda, but they'll get paid to engage. It's crazy work, and you got a cough and you breaking something. You about to spit that shit out. Smash that like y'all. Anybody live near a data center? Oh, you responded on the Nolan Wells situation. Stranger says Nolan is another victim of being surrounded by the wrong people. White people trying to cover up white crimes. Yet again, but it's not working this time. Okay, that's an interesting perspective for the first, I mean, and that's true. These people are trying to cover this crime up. But now with the event of all this technology, and they telling on itself, I feel like they will get justice served. But you see how long it takes to serve justice on them? And this was, if it was the switch, you notice that Carmelo went to court, got found guilty. He's in jail doing his 35. We haven't even heard from Carmelo, knowing if he's all right or what. But went to jail. These guys are having so much time to get their affairs in order. Even if they do end up in jail, they have a whole lot going on to get they had so much time to get their affairs straight. You know what I'm saying? They might even be able to negotiate how much jail time they're gonna get with all this craziness that's going on. But it's the contrast in, you know what I'm saying, what happens to somebody that is of color and somebody that is of privilege. Smash that like. Make sure y'all taking the poll. Okay, we got the poll. Trump approved 67%, disapproved 22%, 50-50, 11%. Nobody chose bring back Obama yet. That's what it is. Make sure you take the poll if you ain't already took the poll. Shout out everybody that's coming through and giving their 1-2s on this. But yeah, the Nolan Wells situation, now that everybody is involved, and somebody will come in here and say, Well, what about black on black crime? We ain't talking about black on black crime. We're talking about a bunch of young boys went off on a vacation on July 4th. One of them didn't come back. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. So do we leave them, or do we find out what really happened to them? Because if you just look at the evidence, or his friends, that their stories is not adding up. Nobody says, you notice everybody telling the story, but ain't nobody including Nolan in the story. Everybody's story is about Nolan, what happened to him, but none of it is including Nolan. On each one of these people's, yo, this what happened, we did this, we argued, that was me. None of them are really giving you insight on what was Nolan's position in all of this. All of them are positioning themselves. I was, he was my best friend. Nolan Wells got so many best friends. God damn, how did he end up left and dead? Good morning, man with tons of knowledge. How you remember all that? Sometimes I forget where I put my TV remote. That's what it is, John. That's what it is. What's up, John? Hey, John, where you at? Do you live near any data centers, or is any data centers coming to your area? Stranger says there's been an alarming amount of black people hanging themselves from trees. Some of them serious injuries that wouldn't even allow them to climb trees. Some towns are still doing what they do. True indeed, but we can't blame it all on sundown towns, because remember, we're still living in the United States, and it's all kind of weird people around here. Could be a serial killer, but until we find the definite information on it, we can't even just. But it is happening. A lot of people are turning up dead. They never even said nothing about those, like all those scientists. What the hell happened to, like, what is it, up to like 16 or 17 scientists? That all of them were in different fields, but all of them dealt with like some that had to do with viruses and, plague or cures. Okay, y'all got them in Austin, Texas. They say Austin, Texas got a pretty good quality of life, and that y'all cost of living is pretty manageable. John, have you ever attended South by Southwest or worked at it? I know that's in Austin. I know that's in Austin, that South by Southwest concert. Have you ever been a vendor there or attended? Like, you say Austin keeps it real. Okay, yeah. One of my people was telling me about Austin, maybe relocating out there. Smash that like, y'all. But John, do you think it's fair that they are taking money out of your utility bill, allocating it to a data center that you're not getting no unrealized gains or gains from? And they was to give out like a dividend every and they will give a dividend up, make it work for citizens. Wow. But you see what I'm saying? It's set up that they will be able to take it by way of his. You think the Patriot Act or any of these other laws are have it inside their contracts to make it legal for them to do this shit? I'm not even pretty sure on how can they just run your bill up, or do they say because there's a large amount of energy being sought after in that area, does the bill go up? Is that how they do it? They don't take some of your money and give it to them. They say because of the need for the energy in that area. You know what I'm saying? Like if everybody want gas and it's only a little bit, it's gonna be a little bit more in that area. Is that the case? The surge of energy, that's what I was looking for, the surge. Because it's an energy surge there. Is it going to be sort of like they, you know what I'm saying? They raise it up because of that, by way of the need. I got another joint coming up today too. I ain't put the title up or anything like that, but it's about these songs that's on the radio now, because you got to think anything that's on the radio now, the way they're exposing it, it's a promotional tool. And there's a particular song that's out, and it's sort of like Drewski when he spoofed Erica Kurt. A lot of black people never even heard of this lady, but when this dude, who they consider this funny ass dude, he does Erica Kurt, they're like, who the fuck is Erica Kurt? It's sort of like how people got exposed to a lot of stuff that they didn't really know about by way of Saturday Night Live. You know, they was famous for their spoofs on political stuff, political satire, but it's a trend that's been going on. But I just noticed it because it's like it's a it's it's a it's a it's a it's a means to an ends, because I'm seeing it popping up on a lot of fucking of these TikToks and all of this stuff with these people. I'm seeing what their mission is, and it's happening, and it's happening silently. They'll incorporate something into your lexicon and you won't even know it. Next thing you know, it's normal to you to see it, but it was been around. You never got exposed to it. I'm telling you, I got a coming up. That product placement is crazy in the entertainment field, and I was watching a totally it was a video that was similar to and in the same, you know what I mean, culture of this, but I said before this goddamn song came out, nobody was doing that. I seen a content creator do some shit like show they bag and kept doing it. And oh, I gotta look. I said, I got this from Jimmy, all this bullshit. But it was not the person who's pushing the song, it was somebody else in that culture. And then I said, you know what? This name has been bubbling since Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy hit him with it. Even when the little baby dude from Atlanta, he spoke on this shit. Now it's time. They didn't catch on. We gotta put it out there, and the way they doing it is the cheapest way possible. It's on like a mixtape song. You will never even know that. You know what? I bet you, this has got global promotion. A mixtape song got global promotion right now on the radio. It was at BET. You know what I'm saying? And it's all behind selling a product. That's crazy. I'm gonna do the live later on. I don't want to say too much. Somebody might be watching and snatch my shit up. But you know what I'm saying? Smash that like, y'all. Yep, there's a trend out there, man. I'm gonna expound on that later. Shh. It's cool during the week. People come together. Austin has always been weird. Come on by, check out the vibe. Governor of Texas doesn't like Austin because of culture diversity. Right? They had it was a TV series that was in Austin too. One is a TV series that it was state. There was I know there's a lot of movies that go through Austin, even especially the cowboy movies. But it was a TV series, wasn't it? And no, I ain't talking about Steve Austin, the Bionic Man. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. Are data centers affecting your utility bills? Do you foot the bill or pull the plug? Is this divide? Will it divide America? And who divided America? Take your pick. Also, sidebar, y'all can see that. Was Nolan Wells a victim of privilege? So far, Trump approved 55%, disapproved 36%, 50-50, 9%. Bring back Obama, 0%. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. A data center's affecting your utility bills, man. Leave a comment for those of us who catch this on the playback. Hey John, how far are y'all away from those new chip facilities that they're putting over there on y'all side of the country. Taiwan coming over here building some chips, not knowing the United States might not need them no more once they get the capabilities to create their own chips. Smash that like, y'all. Are data centers affecting your utility bills? Foot the bill or pull the plug? Smash that like. Yeah, I heard about Austin, Texas, man. Data centers came out of nowhere. Like I said, if they was giving a dividend, it'd be cool. Make it worth the citizens. I mean, paying when they open up the utility bill, knowing like Alaska gives out a dividend, right? What's the reason being Alaska gives out that dividend type of money to their people? Is it because of the daylight saving time situation, or is it the oil reserves? It's some way. Yeah, I'm turning into a tech. It turned into a tech city. We got microchips companies, Dell, Samsung, but that's even then we head into that awesome. So y'all got all the major. So would you say y'all are the next up and coming hub outside of Asia? Did y'all get any of those new companies like the Nvidias, the ones that was in that came over here with the beginning of the Trump 2.0 era? Remember he did that deal? That's crazy though. Dell, Samsung, okay. Austin, Texas is the new Silicon Valley, huh? So outside of that, what are the other jobs that are there? Do they also have a lot of replenishment hubs like Amazon and even Temu? Damn, so what? You gotta stop using them capital letters, man. Try it again. Smash that like, y'all. But yeah, tech is where it at. So does like Dell, Samsung, and all those companies, do they like interact in the city, like do a bunch of giveaways? I bet you all y'all got free iPads and different experimentational products from those companies. Or are they stingy with it? They just in case of these buildings, you don't know who in there. Smash that like, y'all. Sidebar: was Nolan Wells a victim of privilege? John, did you transplant from somewhere else to Austin, or are you a native Austin? And did you see the progression of how it changed from maybe like a rustic, rural, you know what I mean, to the sprawling metropolis that it is? Okay, you say Amazon is there, major foreign companies coming. Like what? What kind of major foreign companies coming? Because y'all gotta know that it is a lot of companies coming here doing business. But what's so crazy is they're relocating their own citizens with you know what I mean. And then the United States is giving them sovereignty over the like the acres whatever the business is on. What's the rules in Austin, John, for a new company? And also with the entrepreneurs, are there a lot of entrepreneurs? Do they have like a mixture of I'm pretty sure they do though, being that it's like a mecca for entertainment and economy and similarly technology now. So would you say Austin was on par with other middle American cities, or would you say Austin is actually a metropolitan? And there's another city that's close to Austin. Well, Austin supposed to absorb another city? Or am I getting it mixed up with somewhere else? I think Austin was supposed to absorb another city, won't it? And make them a whole like I said, like a metropolis. But it was the water issue that is what I was reading. That was a little while back, dude, about 2 years ago. Smash that like y'all, shut me out. Am I right? Somebody in the chat, was that Austin that was supposed to merge? I put in Austin merge, and this shit showed me some algorithm shit in Utah. Design novel, occultators and sensors through geometry, algorithmic frameworks for generating mechanisms with custom medical properties, robot manipulation enhanced by accurate force and tactile. Wow, I googled Austin merge city, like that's crazy. Yeah, this shit. That was it. Smash that like. Smash that like. Tech companies bring 25% of their own workers. Yep, Austin sets rules about that. It's called annexing. Right. Are they who anybody annex somebody that's a little up street from them? But yeah, that's crazy. That they are even bringing 20. They should be bringing nobody over here for jobs that's being created in America. See, that's what I was talking about. Like a lot of these people that bring their companies here from overseas don't even, you know what I mean, notify how many they bring in or nor are there rules set up that I know of. But that's interesting. But I'm in full understanding why some of them do want to bring their own people because then you know what I mean. Some of their top secret stuff may be kept into the fold. You know what I'm saying? But what's Austin supposed to annex a city? Okay, it says here, 2020, 2026, the Austin City Council approved a full-purpose annexation of approximately 2,614 acres known as Dog's Head, located near the Colorado River. Okay, I was talking about another little city though that was up the street from it. Maybe this is making preparation for them to get. How far are you from San Antonio? It might. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. Okay. What's up, beans and rice? What's going on? What you think about these data centers, man? Is the data center affecting your bill? Okay. Pflugerville, Round Rock. Pflugerville. Okay, they're using all the water. Do you feel it when you turned it? Do you feel it? You know what? Well, you might be onto something to that too. They're using all the water. I'm predicting an uptick in people calling the plumber too. Smash that like Michael says, it happens, huh? Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. One hour from San Antonio, Austin want to build a super railway. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about, John. I thought they was talking about merging into this super metropolis, but yeah. See what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about. They was trying to do super interaction with them. Smash that like it's 6 of y'all in here, man. What y'all think? Was Nolan Wells a victim of privilege? Um, are the data centers affecting your Hey yo, and also man, if y'all interested in that gold prospecting, Flash in the Pan Pay Dirt is the man with the pan. It's gold in our heels. Y'all go check. Y'all go check out his review because a lot of times people don't really understand the process. And this young man over here, CJ, has given a dope review on Flash in the Pan Gold. Y'all get over there and check him out. Shout out Flash in the Pan, super supporter, man. Hey, Beans and Rice, did you get over there and check out the video of them reviewing one of my BMC super supporters channel? Somebody is a young man, you know how he sells that gold in the bag and it comes with all other kind of minerals like that will be if you were panning gold. He also will sell you the equipment to start panning gold, you know, just like a hobby. It's not to go get, he gonna sell you a gold pan and you're gonna get rich with a bag of his gold. It's all in fun. But he does mine gold in the real world. But he has a corporation set up and they gave him a review. It's a pretty dope review, man. Y'all get over there and check it out. I'm gonna have to post his website too. Smash that like, y'all. But yeah, they did a review on his channel. Right, but do you realize or do you think that it has something to do with this heat? Do you think the data centers and this heat, seeming global warming out of nowhere, has something to do with it? Are they, okay, do they got something in common?
All of these rocks in here, because I'm not a rock expert, and one day,
But yeah, my boy Flash in the Pan, he just got an official review on his corporation. It's dope. But yeah, I heard about San Antonio and Austin maybe merging. There's 7 of y'all in here, man. Double tap the stream. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's hold this conversation real quick. Smash that like, y'all. Now that y'all in here, man, let's get them likes up, man. Let's get them up, get them up, get them up, get them up. Was Nolan Wells a victim of privilege? Um, the topic is, are data centers affecting your utility bills? Do you foot the bill or pull the plug? What's your opinion on it? Or have y'all even paid attention and noticed it, the uptick in your utility bills? I remember when they said it, they was like, yo, it's going to be something going on with your water where when you turn it on, it's going to be black for a couple of days. And also, they was getting you primed when they were saying maybe that the utility companies were going up a couple of dollars in the next fiscal year. You know what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere, you see a bunch of YouTubers making videos about data centers stealing energy and money. And don't you think, if okay, Donald Trump, the president, he should be addressing the peoples about this shit? Look, y'all, hold still, or we need this, or you know what I mean? Hold still, we need this. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Smash that like, y'all. Was Nolan Wells a victim of privilege? This nigga is funny with that title. That title's retarded. Smash that like, y'all. Share me, y'all. Fabby, y'all in here. Is the data centers affecting your your utility bills? Smash that like. See, that's the thing about Austin. Austin wants to merge with other major cities for economic benefits, except Dallas. Dallas is a whole other country. Okay, how far is Austin away from Dallas? Because you know, the only time we really hear about Texas on a large scale, we'll hear about Houston and Dallas. That's the main two cities. Austin, if you like you said, me and you having a tech conversation, maybe it'll pop up, or if you're into like that Southwest by Southwest Austin, or you know what I mean. But you usually hear about Houston and Dallas. Smash that like. But yeah, I did read that they was merging, but ain't nothing wrong with that. Do you think that's out of date? Ian, what's going on? Ian, was he? Let me change that. I'm gonna ask that question. Ian, hold on, because you just did text me. Edward Snowden. I keep wanting to call the man Robert. What's going on, Ian? Because you know what? Snowden ties into that shit too. Snowden ties into all this conspiracy theory stuff too. Shit, he was telling a lot of stuff too. See that Houston is oil, Dallas is the major main office for oil executives. They will and deal in Dallas. Right. How far are you from Midland in Odessa? Yes, he should end because he just told something. And you know that was the number one rule in the mafia. So you know the cartels want him. The United States cartel wants him. Never let nobody know what the family is thinking. He violated the number one rule. And somebody got to be behind him because if he was a temp, who's funding him? Who's footing the bill for him to be on the run like this? It has to be another entity that's just as powerful as the United States government. Nah. Everybody on their siesta right now. Their siesta. Smash that light on the siesta. On the red pill, you feel me? Smash that like, y'all. What you got going on today, Ian? It look like it's gonna be a little rainy day today, but so I don't know. I wish I would have had the water project ready. You know what I mean? Some super ice cold waters to get out there. And so this 86 degrees. I was trying to catch one of them 90 days. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Okay. I think she may be laying back. You know what I'm saying? Well, who y'all think is gonna come out and say they're running for president? Is it gonna be Gavin Newsom or is it gonna be Kamala Harris? And you think they're gonna have to do that primary shit where they go back and forth with each other and talk about each other bad and all that, and then have to eventually, you know what I mean, placate the winner? Oh yeah, okay, that's what it is. Yeah, it's like that sometimes. You say it's raining. It's partly sunny here. That's crazy. It's partly sunny, but it's 86 degrees. Y'all noticing that when it rain now, there are no puddles. The rain is gone. Once it rains, this shit quickly. I just seen a where they are bringing in mosquitoes in Washington D.C. They're bringing in thousands of mosquitoes and letting them go. Thousands of male mosquitoes that supposedly don't bite humans and that supposed to be controlling the female breeding population, and that you as a homeowner can order like 1,500 mosquitoes, and it's like little paper towel roll, and they'll bring them and release them in your area, and those mosquitoes stay in with like I think 200 feet of a perimeter. And what it is, it's supposed to gradually kill off all the mosquitoes in that area. Y'all know mosquitoes ain't out like that no way. Ain't that crazy? There's no bumblebees. You should be very rarely seeing butterflies, dragonflies, unless you're in rural where they really just ain't got to it yet. But they'll get to it when they need to put a data center out there. But you know, these cities are damn near, besides like the roaches and the rats, the vermin that have lived through eons of things, like the mosquitoes and all that stuff, you very rarely see them now. Ladybugs. What's up with y'all, Ian? You down there in the deep south end, over there in Austin, Texas. Do y'all have an abundance of insects? Cause I'm seeing like a decline in that type of shit. A decline in bee stings, and anytime you hear about a bee, it's somebody got a beehive. You don't hear about a swarm. Remember bees used to swarm, and next thing you know, you come out your house and your whole wall is covered with bees, or people having wasp nests in their attic. You don't hear about none of that shit no more. You barely see them, I'm telling you. What happened to all the insects? Smash that like, y'all. Was Edward Snowden a victim of Big Brother? I had to have a purist come out and like on like 5 trees. I was removing the last. What's a purist? What's a purist? Ian, see, you saying you turned to me on the side. What's a purist, fam? Oh, a beekeeper. Okay. Oh, so he came out with the smoke jump. And what did he do with the bees? Did he come back to the land and put like a beehive or anything there? Do you have a beehive on your land? When I used to be a kid, they used to, the zoo in this area. Um, when you go to the zoo, they had, if you go all the way to the back part of it, they had like a bee box, all of them like bees and stuff. You pull out a shelf with honeycomb bees and all that. A superpower under occupation is one of the reasons he left. Okay, Jay Blue, can you further expound on it? Can you know what I mean? What was the superpower under occupation? And you know what I'm saying? Jay Blue, good morning. Thanks for that participation. Also, yeah, they came out and vacuumed them into a box, then captured the queen, and they all just swarmed to it. Okay. Did you keep the bees though? Because I know a lot of people have them on their land for the fresh honey, or you know what I mean, just for the ecosystem too. Bees are good for the ecosystem. That's why you see the bees on a lot of countries' coat of arms, or and a lot of countries bees are sacred, or then for wealth. Because if you got bees, you're gonna have prosperity because you're gonna be able to get your stuff pollinated. Okay, that's what it is. Did any of them come back? Oh no, you say they took the queen. You say all the politicians are bought by foreign power. Jay Blue, that's what it is. Who do you think is funding Edward Snowden as he hides from the United States government and allegedly Russia? Who do you think is funding that, Jay Blue? Because he got to have a goddamn war chest of bread to be just in another country and be able to sustain. Because you know, being in another country, they probably everybody is bilking him for something. Okay, you're gonna have to pay extra because you want it. We can just turn you over. Everything that he had. So who's footing that bill? Who doesn't want him to come back to America? He might not even exist no more. He might just exist in conspiracy theory, for real. One last time he gave an interview, and the last interview I saw, it just seemed like an old Russian era movie. That's interesting. I had never thought about who might be helping to fund Snowden. Right? Who's funding him? He has to have a war chest in. Is he getting some of that data center money? He has to have a war chest. He has been on the run. How long Snowden been out there? At first, remember they said that he was living in the airport or whatever. Who the fuck believes that? You know, if you live in an airport, you don't think the United States would have just bagged his ass up, went in there, come on, you know, or hit him like the old spy shit, hit him with a needle or something with uranium, and you know what I mean, made him radioactive and killed him. Who's funding this guy? You know what I'm saying? And was that the split between the powers? Was that, you know what I mean? The ones that want the LGBTQ people to be in power? He got Russian citizenship now. Wow. Was that a slap in the face? Who was the president when he first ran up out of here? Who was the president when Edward Snowden first got out of the country? Austin, Texas don't allow oil rigs with underground water wells. We have that aquifer, even though landowners gave mineral rights. Okay. So the landowners gave mineral rights up to get the water shit popping? Do they get a dividend from any of the mineral? I mean, hearing the guy tell his story, he's always seemed to live within his means. He is either doing some computer work for people or someone is slipping him some Bitcoin. Somebody's slipping him something because he's living beyond his means. Remember, he was a temporary service when he was here. They say he was a temp when he was exposed to all this stuff that was going on with watching everybody. And but you know what? That job has been out here for ages. It's the people that do that, like when they ask for a real person to look at your YouTube, it's not no complex setup where they got these people with coats on with YouTube up there. It's somebody probably in their home office that's reviewing and going by the rules, probably AI assistant making the human call. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like he wasn't really, it ain't like he was flipping them chips, them poker chips, and then had the means to get out of here. Somebody got some heavy bread on him, even just to be protected. You don't think that, okay, if what he's saying is really that detrimental to exposing the United States, don't you think it's a price on his head? So who's protecting him? Who's protecting Edward Snowden? First of all, you got to look at who has the most to lose if he was to meet his demise, or if he, was to really fully expose shit. The same people that he's speaking out on might be protecting him. Because for real, that might be their way of just, like, yeah, that's what he said, that's what we doing. So they don't have to tell you the full, extent of it. They'll go ahead and set up their own patsy, their own scapegoat. So that's what it is. What Edward Snowden said, we'll get him. But they're really doing something else. You see what I'm saying? They'll give you the story. And he's hiding in Russia right now. What's going on, Sassy Measy? AI are escaping on their own and hacking operations, stealing data. Did y'all see that? A AI hacked into another company's database and held it hostage. And then the AI people, the AI company said they didn't tell them. Good morning, checkity check. What's going on, check? You said, put up, Trump, put up, man. Sassy Mo, that is true. What was the name of that company? Because that AI, it took over another company, like, huh? And then the people that was in charge of the AI said they didn't tell them to do it. That didn't make sense to me, like, huh? Let me see, hold on. AI, Rogue AI. Look, OpenAI says Rogue AI tried to hack other companies. Wow. They already starting that bullshit. And then you know what? They can hack your shit and then say AI did it. OpenAI has revealed a cyber attack carried out by Rogue ChatGPT agents without further than just one company. Hugging Face was thought to be the only victim of the unpredicted hack, but OpenAI now admits that a bot attacked several publicly available services. Wow. You know they did that shit. Y'all know they did that shit. What y'all think? Y'all know they did that shit. Humans have lost control of their own creations. And that's crazy. That is crazy. Data centers, you know what I mean? It's actually more in your area. The data centers pulling off y'all utilities. What is the current state of data centers in New York City? Well, they one of the places that was trying to block them. They probably been in New York City for eons though. The data centers probably in facade like townhomes are full of data centers in New York. They wanted AI to scan books so they can get rid of books, but now AI is doing their own thing. AI is taking over. That's crazy. What happens when? I mean, and then have y'all seen the one where they say somebody was supposed to have been dating the AI and it affected them to they wanted to do some harm to themselves when they broke up with AI, right? Mm. But AI went rogue on them and went up in these other companies' mainframes. But you know, Tron. Remember the movie Tron? They had a video game. That was one of my first video games. I had a little handheld Tron, where the mainframe and SARC and all those things were nothing but computer terminology at the time. Tron was like happening inside of a mainframe of a computer. I know they did a spoof of it, a remake of it, but you know I don't like the remakes of a lot of this stuff. They want an AI. Yup. That's gonna be like one of my next topics too. Is your job AI proof? Austin is the capital of Texas. That's why the government here doesn't like us. The governor of Texas don't even live in the governor's house. Oh yeah, where the governor live at? He live in Dallas. Wow, and that's a disrespect. The governor don't even live in the governor's mansion in y'all state. The data centers in NYC was already part of the grid, just a battery with no windows, no sounds, just slips for windows, but upstate they're blocking it. Okay, yep, because that's how they got it in our city. It's a lot of facade houses. Even with the water system, they'll have intricate tunnels underground, but the houses, the pump stations will be in facades. It look like it's a house. Good morning. What's going on, Starks Family Farm? What's been up with you? How far do you live from a data center, Starks Family Farm? How's the chickens and the family? How's the family, man? And have you been meeting up with them Democratic socialists lately? They ain't flip you. They ain't flip your MAGA ass, did they? Yo, if y'all haven't checked out Starks Family Farm, get over there and check out Starks. Starks is super MAGA, but he's still super cool. He'll go out and do a bunch of live streams where they protest for the No Kings and other different situations, and it's dope how he interacts and his also his opinion on things. You know what I'm saying? So get over there and check out Lloyd Park. What's going on? Haven't heard about Edward Snowden for a long time. It was all over main social media and the main major news channel. The man that had all the information on the rich and powerful, including Trump. Right? So what happened to him? And who's footing the bill for him to be off doing all this stuff? Right. So have New York switched their lighting system to those yellow lights or the white lights? Like remember, have you know Chicago a couple of years back? They switched all their city lights, and you can see it from satellite in space where it was this yellow tint on the city. They're using this new light that is making you know what I mean, brighten the whole city. Smash that like, y'all share him out. Black Money Trust on the Cash Shop. Salute, yo, we're a long way from the e-bike, but salute people like Sassy Mo, Ian, Nicole's Budgets, Forensics, everybody that contributed and that's contributing to the e-bike, because we had to step it up. I was gonna do the $500-600 e-bike, but as I did my research, those bikes have a high recidivism rate. The battery, you have to place the battery in like 30 days. Boom, boom, boom. So go ahead, pay for something that's gonna be, you know what I mean, dual purpose, and go ahead and put some money into it. I am trying to get this well, I will get it. This bike right here, I gotta post it, the link, if y'all wanna still contribute this. Cause I'm like, shit, I'm about to go, I'm at the first e-bike, I'm green to the e-bike situation. The first e-bikes I was looking at was more looking like mountain bikes with motors on them. But I need one to be more efficient. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that e-bike right there? That's the one that I think the nearest one is 6 hours away. I went to an event yesterday, drag queen story time in the public park yesterday. Wow. Did you record that? Drop the link to that. Start Founding Farm. That's crazy. Did anybody accost you? They just approved City Council to data centers. One will be located in a black community. The other one's more like 15 to 20 minutes away, both on east side of town of Indianapolis. Okay. Indianapolis, Naptown. They have a huge community of Native Black Americans that nobody even really is aware of. Indianapolis, that's one of the jewels of America that's a hidden jewel. Shout out Indianapolis. Okay, drop the link. I'm gonna post it. Y'all get over there and check out stocks. Stocks be got there going wildin'. Curtis, what's going on? You see something, say something. Identify and report suspicious activity. Prevent terrorism. Criminal activity. Curtis, you gotta come back with it. I don't think they really like a bunch of it. You know what I'm saying? Stop Founded Farm just posted something, man. Let me pin that link. Stocks, you know you already on some kind of government list, so you got to chill. And have y'all got over there and checked out my boy Flash in the Pan Pay Dirt? He had got a review on his gold painting company, and I got the link posted. Y'all get over there and check it out. Edwin, I want to be surprised that he was at information on what was happening on Epstein Island, including Trump. So his name was Edwin, not Edward? Yeah, he is in, but you know, it's America. America's on some weird shit right now. Oh, man. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. He is, though. There must be a lot of pet owners in here, too. Canada controls our NYC lights just like it does some other states in the U.S. and NYC. It's a global hub where it pertains to money, so they're going to keep the lights on so they can't get paid. Okay, so Canada, so is it by way of Niagara Falls with the power plant? Is that how they got a hold of the system, by way of the power plant being on their side of the country, side of the map? Because that's something interesting too. It will be a talking point for Canada. That's something too to think about. They ain't control our lights. I said y'all come to the south for a visit. I promise y'all won't want to leave. But who controls y'all lights? Ian, y'all Georgia Power? Or y'all Alabama got their own? Or are they associated with Dominion? This area is associated with Dominion. Okay. That's I was about to change it. I'm glad I didn't. I thought I made a misstep. Yeah, Edward Snowden, man. What happened to him? Okay, what does TVA stand for? But do they have a monopoly on it, or do they allow y'all to pick from a different group of utility groups? Like most states got a particular group that they deal with that's got the monopoly on it. Pre five phone companies when Ma Bell was popping off. Remember, most states still okay, Tennessee Valley Authority. Okay. So that's that whole little grouping. Okay, Stocks Family Farm. All right, family. Enjoy your day, man. We gonna check that out. I'm gonna keep that link posted for a few. Y'all get over there and check out Stocks Family Farm. One last time before you go, text the letters BMC, lowercase stocks, so they'll drop your link in the channel. Boss, what's going on? Humanity is special, and we do everything in our power to destroy it in unity. And that's so true, boss. That's one of the realest things you ever said. For us to be so, you know what I mean, civilized, we do a bunch of uncivilized shit to each other. Salute. Stocks Family Farm just dropped this link, y'all. Y'all get over there and check the brother out, man. Very dope. He's a farmer, a comedian, you know what I'm saying? An intellectual. Like I said, his live streams when he go out into the street and does his 1-2s is crazy. You'll never know who pops up. But that's what it is. Thanks for coming through, showing that support. Stops Family Farm. You said the truth is hard to admit as an alcoholic. Boss, is that your background? Were you a former alcoholic? Canada sends electrical power to the northern states in the U.S. Okay. Down here, most counties have their own power companies, but they all buy power off of TVA. Okay, okay. Yeah, we just got one joint in. I mean, since I've been knowing about it, it was called VEPCO, and then it went to Dominion Power, and now I think it's got something to do with Dominion Power, but it's also to the Ohio something. It got something to do with Ohio too. You know, the merger, the linking of the grid. That's why I don't understand about Africa. They got the number 2 strongest river in the world, the Congo. They can set a nuclear power plant on it. They got all the nuclear ingredients to do this plant that will supply, if not all of Africa, more than half. And at least the places they needed to be and empower themselves. I don't know why they have it. I know why though, but it's crazy, ain't it? You said you don't drink no more. That's what it is. Was it something happened in your life that led you not to drink, or you just felt like you was tired of drinking? You smoke weed every day. Okay. Are you a grower? Because a lot of people, I'm telling you, these days it'd be safer to grow your own weed. It'd be safer to grow your own weed. You say you couldn't handle the hangovers. Okay. That Miller High Life. And I told you my aunt will drink a double of them shits quickly. Like, floom, 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 floom. That Miller High Life, man. You also haven't heard anything lately of WikiLeaks Julian Assange, another one that has all types of information. Is he still living? Is the WikiLeaks dude still living? I remember when they was getting that dude that had the virus protector. Remember McAfee? Remember McAfee? His name was on every computer for the virus protector. But he had gotten into some in South America in a little trouble. And they was looking for his ass. Y'all remember that shit? They was looking for McAfee. McAfee had did some shit. And they was on his ass. Smash that like y'all, shut me out. Yeah, that snow shit is some goddamn shaky ass shit too. Shout out everybody coming through, man. Greatly appreciate it. Smash that like, y'all. Shout out everybody coming through. Smash that like. Ian is a 3-month member. Shout out Akim and his young. Okay, Ian, you wildin' too. For real, Akim not eating no cheese and no hamburger. And Sensual is my name. What's going on, sis? Good morning. Shout out Ian for his 3 months of super support, man. And you about to be medallioned up in a minute. God bless you. What's going on? Trump has been going to Russia since the 80s. They call him Krasnov there. Wow. Oh yeah, remember they say Trump, he closely associated with the Russian regime. Check. Yo, look at this cool shit. A cloud dog by way of the R, baby. Don't make me have to auction this off. This is a cloud dog made with kind of also look. Butter squeezy. It's coming from the mouth of a young inventor right here. Who want it? Who try to auction? Should I auction the butter off? Damn, that's a dope. Smash that like, y'all. But who's footing the bill for this guy for this yeah, Elon Musk is not a trillionaire anymore, y'all. That's crazy. Elon Musk is not a trillionaire anymore. He lost his trillionaire status that quick. I'm telling you, that's how they do you. That quick he lost his trillionaire status. First it was all Elon. Now, shit, not so much. Elon has lost his status as a world power. Right, I see they trying to merge SpaceX and Tesla, which is roundabout right because Tesla is going to be probably on some old space age taxi shit anyway. They're going to be on some space age taxi shit anyway. Yeah, that's roundabout right though. But ain't this crazy that they're not talking about that? That Elon Musk is no longer a millionaire. I mean a trillionaire. It don't even sound right saying this shit. But yeah, he's no longer a trillionaire. Shout out Ian once again for 3 months super supporter. That's what it is, Ian. Watch Musk show up right before the midterms because he needs more money. I want okay, right? Cause that's crazy. He came to got there going. He came to Doge and left with everybody's information, and nobody even said nothing because they don't even understand it. He came to Doge and left with everybody's information, man. Smash that like. Shout out everybody coming through. Yeah, Elon Musk, man, he's super creepy. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. Stretch that like y'all. You say he lied. That Snowden shit is I mean, it's kind of hard to comprehend, but it's easy. Cause they keep saying he was a damn. They keep saying he was a temp. So hence anybody can get that job. But he's a temp. Anybody could have had did his job. Anybody that was, I mean, shit. He probably don't even pay. They probably got them just fully funded. You know he got a school in his Star City type of situation. You know Elon got a school, man. Elon is super intricate. It is more than meets the eye with him. He got a school where he trained a bunch of kids at too. My boy Nash is even shopping today because I had the extra money to get a new stone. Okay, that's what it is. What kind of stone do you use to is it a particular stone that you use to sharpen your knives? One of my OGs used to have a knife sharpening joint. He had well, he also had a butter. I mean, not a butter, but a pepper grinder. One of them pepper shits. He was a weird dude. He had a fucking pepper joint. Smash that like, y'all. Exactly. They don't bother with wealthy people because the wealthy people's lawyers are just handle everything. Hey, what y'all think about Ben Crump, the lawyer that's on the Nolan Wales case and also all these other cases? Ben Crump saying like he might work for the people, man. I don't care what you say. I don't really think Ben Crump has those people in the best interest, and because he be on some other shit. Yeah, you said it's just an illusion. I agree with that. It's just an illusion, motherfuckers. All this stuff is like ritualistic pomp and circumstance, though, for real. And y'all know I'm still working on that website because that All Rise, I would have to spell it a certain way and probably put a .net or .org behind it in order for it to work. It don't actually be a allrise.com. You know, it's hard to get a goddamn domain name these days because people hoard them. It's big business in domain names too. It's big business in it. Insatiable, that's what it is. Thanks for that super support. Y'all hit that like. Y'all hit that like. Mm-hmm. Trying to goddamn go get some goddamn go mother white muffins popping in. Breakfast with my family. Shout out everybody coming through. Good morning, man. But that William Snowden stuff never sat right with me. I always like, it seemed like he already had a war chest. How are you all of a sudden hiding out in Russia with nobody backing you, with no bread? Who does it? You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody behind their ass, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to figure out. I was asking the question. Who was behind William Snowden? For him to be, you know what I mean, on the run like that? It's sort of like Donald Trump. If he's this failed businessman, how did he out of nowhere take over and win the presidency with all this money? Who was backing him? Who's backing Trump? I wonder how much money Trump made off of these data citizens' data stuff. You know Trump got some money in that shit. The thing is, why don't everybody in America have no money in them? Because whatever way they get money, why not mimic it? That's a surefire way to stay up on their shit. Crump is another Don King. I know, John. I think Crump, being Crump, man, he terrible, man. Them Hungry Jack biscuits, I think you still get them. These ones are sort of like them Hungry Jack biscuits. These ones right here, these are similar to those Hungry Jack joints. These shits. Them Pillsbury shits. Well, Hungry Jack, yeah, Hungry Jack used to be like that. They used to be light and fluffy. Remember, Hungry Jack had the pancakes too. Well, they probably do. You know, a lot of those companies got absorbed when China took over a lot of the business, like with even with Smithfield Packing. They owned a lot of that stuff revolving around the baking industry. Also, y'all know China brought all these damn near the whole meat industry in America. China owned down there the whole meat industry. But yeah, Hungry Jack was the. You notice they starting to show you the guy Bronny. Remember you never saw what Bronny looked like? Now you see Bronny. And it's crazy. You never saw what Bronny looked like. They probably changed the name, like they changed the name of the remember they changed the name of the Aunt Jemima pancakes and even the Uncle Ben's rice. They changed the name of them shits. Are data centers affecting your utility bills? Do you foot the bill or pull the plug? What y'all think? Is it too late? Is it too late for them to do something about the data centers? I seen actually a commercial, you know what I mean, telling you all the benefits of the data center. A lot of states are on board 100%. Smash that like y'all. Shut me up. Smash that like y'all. Share me out. What's going on? Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. What's going on? John says, okay, gotta go get some friends coming over. What y'all doing today, John? Holler back in the fruit. Thanks, man. That's what it is. You know, I was in the background trying to set up some villas for my peoples, man. It's Sunday, trying to break fast. Know what I mean? Are the data centers affecting y'all utility bills? Shout out everybody that's in here chilling. This is Sunday, laid back. The conversation was Edward Snowden, a victim of Big Brother. Are data centers affecting your utility bills? Do you foot the bill or pull the plug? Your appreciation is greatly, your participation is greatly appreciated. What's going on? What y'all think? Should we have to foot the bill no matter what? With these data centers, the heat, the temperature going up too is almost 12 o'clock is at 87. An officer got arrested because he was using the flock camera to help a criminal. Yep, I saw that. And the guy was, I saw that, Sassy. The guy was an undercover cop in their vehicles. Yep. And you know what? That's one of the ones that have been highlighted, but shit, it's a couple of those cops. But remember that they should show you that on TV. That the people that was like the criminals, they would get in touch with the police and give them a little shit. They've been telling the police what's been going on. You know what I'm saying? That's been the norm. A lot of cops are getting caught for using it for personal business, right? Like chasing their women and shit. That shit crazy. Watching people and stuff. It's sort of like how they go and take the stuff out of the evidence room, switch it up. You know how many evidence rooms people to beat their cases from dirty cops, switching up evidence in the evidence room. Smash that like I'm telling you, all this stuff starting to tie in. You saying Project 2025 they want to get cops absolutely immunity. You know what's so crazy? You know that nobody's coming in talking about 2025, the Project 2025, but in 2025 and 24, that was the topic of discussion. People are going around passing out the actual, because you know 2025 is a big ass doja of different things that they want. And people were coming in with they're almost at 15% of what they completed in 2025. Now you don't even hear about that shit no more. It's, you know what I mean? You never hear about 2025. But you feel its effects. A lot of this stuff that they were talking about in 2025, they doing that shit now. Even with the ICE situation. They told you that shit was coming. Because they knew the powers that be, they knew that the South was gonna rise again. But this time they're gonna be speaking Mexican. They knew it. They knew that the immigrants were gonna be migrating first back up in 1989. That's why they were teaching everybody Spanish in school, which they should have been teaching your ass Mandarin or Cantonese to China. Should have taught their money talk. But I go for it. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. What's going on? Ryan Beans. Stranger says 2025 is 6% complete. They told us all about the stuff that they were going to do. Right, they did. I remember they were going around, people were going around with the whole pamphlet of the 2025. Because Doc Cox don't own those flock cameras, and the company own those flock cameras that the monitors, whoever uses those cameras. Okay, it's not an internal. When they check it, they got to go through the flock people, so the flock people know who's using their codes and everything. You know what I mean, you say Snowden was a traitor, Ryan? Wow. Can you tell me why you think Snowden was a traitor? If he said he was helping out the American people, that they was being spied on, why is he considered a traitor to you? And it's just, I'm trying to get your opinion, not to debate on it. Maybe, I mean, you're right. Yo, smash that like, shut me out. Right, they already tried to stop the block cameras. The block cameras crazy. I saw one, and then as I noticed, they're everywhere now. And you never see nobody installing them though. Ain't that crazy? I have yet to see somebody install one of those block cameras, but it's hundreds of them all over the city. There we go. Little cheese eggs, y'all. You're around the witches, man. Sisters, man. Sisters, man. You're around the witches. Smash that like y'all shut me out, man. What y'all got going on this Sunday morning? Meat Machine says, question, what did Snowden actually accomplish? I don't know. Similarly, they say he pulled the cover off for all the secret spying they were doing on the American citizens. They say he was supposed to be the one that dropped the bomb on that. And what I'm trying to say is, okay, they say Snowden was a temp. So they put all that information in a temporary service person's hand. It's sort of like when they send you your social security card and they put it on them little ass fragile cardboard pieces of paper. The most important number to you in life is given to you on the most, you know what I'm saying, fragile of paper. Smash that like y'all, shut me out, man. Cypher 8, what's going on? Peace, God. Peace, 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 Cypher 8. What's going on with you this morning? Shout out everybody coming through, man. Shout out everybody showing BMC that support. CIA more than, yeah, but y'all see that CIA got engaged with Cuba. When they was dealing with Cuba, the CIA went over there and did they want to. What they had to do with it. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Remember the CIA was built as a independent think tank that wasn't a part of the American government. So why did they go to Cuba and put their mouth in what's going on in Cuba? Smash that like y'all. Shut me out. That shit crazy. Beans. No crazy shit.
Smash that like y'all Chevy out.
Godfather, what's going on, Godfather? He said he knew too much about a lot that could incriminate a great deal of people worldwide, right? Who you think funding them? Who you think funding Snowden, Godfather? Who's the money? Because I'm telling you, he been in Russia for years. Politics is a dirty game. Yeah, you don't know no good politicians. A good politician is an unemployed politician, to be honest. A good politician is an unemployed politician. Smash that like y'all, shut me out. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening. Shout out to everybody. You know what I mean? Getting their day started today. Was Snowden a victim, a big brother? And Godfather, is there any data centers in your area? Wow. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, and y'all better keep your ears to the grindstone about this Elon Musk situation. I told you that SpaceX gonna bounce back, but right now, I mean, he taking a beating. Elon Musk is no longer a trillionaire, and that's crazy. He hit the Guinness Book of World Records, and I mean, okay, is it the old school flavor of it, Chuck? What's going on with you? Remember, the filet of fish had that particular taste back in the day with the tartar sauce, the cheese, and the bun in there, and then that smell. Is it the old school? Like it's sort of like the Whopper. When you go to the get a Whopper, remember it had that cookout smell. But yeah, filet of fish. I don't like tartar sauce per se to put it on my food. But if I go to McDonald's and I order a filet of fish, I will keep it up there because it's nostalgia. Y'all remember McDonald's food used to taste way different. The with just a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Now with all these ingredients and preservatives, shit is crazy, man. Raquel, you can get some breakfast when you wake up, all right? You up now? Okay, you want to get some breakfast before you go to the mall? Okay, come on. Let's do what you got to do. Go ahead. So you gotta wash your face, baby. Okay, it ain't going nowhere. Smash that like y'all, shut me out. Power to the chat. Salute Chucking and Jiving for that super support this morning. Setting it off. Helping me reach that goal. Because y'all know we got a goal set up too. You know what I'm saying? Greatly appreciate it, Chuck. Greatly appreciate it. What you want for breakfast, Ruckin? What you want? You want some of these muffins, bacon, biscuit, eggs? What you want?
I want bacon
Okay.
and
You want a muffin? We got blueberry muffins, and I got
blueberry.
Okay, you want blueberry? Okay.
And then I want
How many you want? 2 or 1?
I want one. And I want a biscuit.
Okay. 1 blueberry and 1 biscuit. Okay, you want some sausage?
Sausage.
Look at the sausage over there. Over there, look at it. Look. You want 1? You want 1 or 2? Okay. Want some jelly on your plate? You put on your biscuit? Okay, there you go. Smash that like. Share me out, y'all. Good morning. Chuck, what spot of the world you in right now, man? What part of the country you in, my G? Yeah, enjoying my Sunday. You know how that shit go. Hey Chuck, what you think about that Go Yard song? I'm about to do a live on it. I think it's a promotional tool. Because it's been around, but it just ain't catch on. Because Louis Vuitton and Gucci are considered mid-level pocketbooks and shit. But that Goyard travel accessory is supposed to be for the uber rich. What you having to drink, Rakim?
Fruit punch.
Alright. You're gonna be in school, back in school soon, buddy. You ready for it?
No.
Y'all don't like this watermelon juice. You ain't like this watermelon juice?
No.
What's wrong with it?
It don't taste like watermelon.
Okay.
It tastes like that watermelon down there.
Okay.
Like sour cream. The watermelon slices down there taste like sour cream, and the drink tastes like sour cream.
Smash that like, y'all. Was Edward Snowden a victim of Big Brother, y'all? Once again, greatly appreciated for that super support too, Chuck. Mm-mm. Also, that video done got somebody arrested too. Got Young Miami video. John Stevenson, you say Snowden was a victim of Big Brother, a real patriot. Can you tell me some of the things that Snowden released to the public? Because I know it's all been speculation. You said Raw Hotel, Snowden what? Snowden, Edward Snowden. He was working with was it NSA? Supposed to have been an attempt, and he found out that they was watching everybody, and he decided to tell everybody. He made a sausage biscuit raw. Is it good? I like that. I'm gonna have to make me a sausage biscuit too. Mm-hmm. Big time, in my opinion, a lot of people should have been arrested, right? Or at least exposed. But Godfather, when they say he was a temp job, so that mean they went to a temporary service probably to hire this guy. What was his background before he was working for them? It's not old news because we never figured out who's putting them up and why is he putting them up. You know what I mean? Yeah, who's putting them up in Russia? Where did he get this war chest to be in Russia all these years? Hiding out. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Ain't no old news. Everybody want to know what's going on with the Epstein files. They need to know the Snowden files. Might be what's going on. Lunching out, what's going on? Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. Okay. But does Snowden have immunity in Russia? I don't think Russia giving him immunity. You said just like Julian Assange from Wikipedia, right? A lot of them. The sound's still gone. That's crazy. Wow, Hotep. The government is so transparent right now. If you don't understand how government get down, you don't want to understand. Smash that like 5 minutes all in here, man. Let's get them lights up. He might have been Godfather because remember, And at that time, they was exposed in that 10-year span. It was like 4 or 5 people that was Russian plants here in America that had substantial impact on the American people. Remember that lady? She was like a talk show host or something like that. She was a Russian plant. Remember that movie? Who was that? Richard Gere was in that movie. Well, maybe he was a plant. He was a plant called Yuri. What was that movie, Godfather? Where his arch nemesis was a congressman and a senator. Okay. And you know Russia deprogrammed him and got whatever. Want another muffin? Want more muffins?
Mm.
Okay. Matter of fact, like thanks for that one. Keep us over 21. That's what it is. I got it. Go ahead, baby. I got it. Go ahead. You said he's a citizen of Russia now? Wow. Yeah, that's what the BMC supporters say. That no matter who's in power, the government always going to be crooked. He was in Ecuador. See what I'm saying, mother? What's going on with you this morning? How can he move so motherfucking fluidly and he was just a contractor? Who's funding this shit? Who's funding him moving in and out of Ecuador? Make sure y'all taking the poll too. Let's see what the poll says. Trump, 49% approve, 27% disapprove, 12%. Bring back Obama, 12%. It is when you chasing an international, you know what I mean? Somebody might be trying to bag you up. It is. If he's an American citizen, he should be able to move like that from country to country. Okay, Hillary Clinton should be going to jail. Yeah, they say Bill Gates, he dealing with the water too. He got something going on with the water too. Also, Bill Gates, Elon Musk daddy too. What does Elon Musk daddy do with the water? Nah, when they was on to him, he dipped in their face. That's how you know somebody had something to do with it. They knew he did. That Snowden case is all, you know what I mean, it's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It's just all over the place. What's Lulu at? Valley? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Smash that like y'all. Yeah, Edward Snowden shites Bub all the way. I would like to pick his brain and find out really what, because he was fairly young too when all this popped off. So, did he have any? He didn't have no military experience or nothing. He was all just some hired contractor. He might have been a plant too, like Godfather said. He might have been a plant. Smash that like they did. What was the disease? Sassimo that Bill Gates created. Remember they said it was the resurgence of the Ebola in Africa. We ain't heard nothing else about it. He was in his late 30s or maybe early 40s. Okay, okay. Who was his background in Godfather? Was he a military dude? Or was he sort of like Obama? Don't nobody really know what Obama got into for real, you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody really know what was up with Obama, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Smash that like y'all. Was Edward Snowden a victim of Big Brother? Or data centers affecting your utility bills? Is it foot the bill or pull the plug, y'all? But that Snowden stuff is the problem. We will quickly sweep that shit under the rug. What if the people are crazy people because they become bound and have nothing to do to fuck with people? Bored, right? They be so, I mean,
Yeah, what you want to eat?
what's the NHA?
You want no sausage?
Okay, the NSA. Okay. Is the NSA still around? Who the head of the NSA right now? Remember that shit popped off? Who the head of the NSA right now, fam?
Huh? What happened? It'll be fine.
Smash that like y'all. Smash that like, y'all. What's going on, Lolly?
I'm good.
Please don't believe you. Yeah, I'm trying to find out some information on Snowden, Edward Snowden. They kind of like got him. You know what I'm saying? Everything about him is what they want you to know about him. And those glasses, he was always with them glasses on. Were those glasses? He do look Russian though. In an article from 2023, he said no regrets. Has warned that surveillance technology is so much more advanced and intrusive today it makes it used by. He said no regrets. Wow, yeah, I think somebody's paying him. Cause somebody got to be funny him. He be getting people doing interviews in Hong Kong and shit. Seemingly China, you know what I mean? China and Russia are probably picking his brain. Right, he was in the rabbit hole and got scared. But China and Russia probably are picking his brain. China and Russia are probably the people that's paying for this shit. The FBI, the FCC, all of these supposed to be independent groups, but say when they link together with ABC TV and all those other places to keep y'all knowledge. And they control it. Remember they got Jimmy Kimmel in trouble because he said he didn't agree with the what was Jimmy Kimmel? Jimmy Kimmel speaking on the Charlie Kirk stuff, right? They was about to take this gig, right? Snowden was off the chain with it. He said Russia was keeping Snowden for themselves. I bet, man, the information, just how they get that, and it probably will be a deterrent to how if a Russian would have to have somebody snitching on them. They probably further know how to handle it by using the data and analytics gleaned from this guy, Snowden. Snowden was the technology Epstein. Remember before the Epstein files, it was Snowden and everything that he was gonna tell us. They heard been switching it from technology, how they control it, to debauchery. Smash that like. We're gonna wrap this one up, fam. Godfather, thanks for coming through. Sassy Mo, thanks for coming through. Ian, thanks for coming through. We're gonna wrap this up and come back with another dope topic. Mud Butter, thanks for coming through. Everybody that John Stevenson, John out of Texas, Raw Hotel, everybody else that I forgot.